Hey guys, this is my Diva Zombie Hero deck profile for Edison format. I think that this deck is really powerful. I think this is probably like the deck that can put out the most damage. That isn't like it is consistent and like does a lot of very interesting things. So I really like it, and I hope that you guys will consider playing this. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below for me. It is a 42 card main deck, 15 cards high, 15 card extra. So. 3 Diva and a Gilman makes Catastor. I've tried not playing the Gilman. I think it's correct to play him. It lets Diva be its own one card play instead of just summoning Diva, summon another Diva, and then what do you do from there? So Catastor, very strong. One saying because it searches everything. And then for the zombie engine, we play 2 Goblin Zombie, 1 Pyramid Turtle to float, 1 Mizuki to Reborn, and you can dump it off Future Fusion for Gaia. Reaper for levels and to rip, which does come up. And then Plague and Zombie Master, which both are just the most powerful zombie cards in the deck. So to float, we play 2 Mystic Tomato. This card's really strong on this. I don't think you need 3. That's just too bricky, but 2 is really good. And you can float into like Plague, you can float into Mally, you can float into Goblin Zombie, and then continue your play from there. And so it sets up your next turn very well. Double Caius, you don't need 3 again. 2 is fine. It isn't like your main power play in this, but it is really strong, and it works really well with like the Tomato or with Infernal Prodigy that you play, which is like a free special. So Caius is really good. 1 Dad, it's Dad. You have to play this. You can always modulate your grave to have 3 darks. So like if you ever go over, you pretty much always can get back to 3. And so this is pretty much always live later in the game. For hand traps, I played 1 Gores and 1 Trag. This is one of the cards that I think you might be able to cut from the main to make it 40. But it does come up, and it's really, really strong, especially in a deck that wants to send from hand to grave. And you can modulate levels to like make it be a 6 or a 4, whatever you need it to be for your synchro plays. For the hero engine, 1 Stratos, 1 Neos Alias, because it's a beater and it's a rota target. Infernal Prodigy, because you can turn this plus Diva into Brio or Goyo, or this plus Plague into any level 6 synchro that you play, or this plus Caius is a full like Caius play for free. And then double Mally. It's Mally. We played 1 Rhoda, and then double Miracle Fusion. You don't need 3. This is more than enough. You don't want to draw this turn 1. You mostly want to draw into this throughout your game, and then use it to push for lethal. Although like, if you draw it turn 1 with something like Future Fusion, then you're probably set. So Future Fusion is Future Fusion. It's very, very broken. Foolish, Allure, and then Heavy and MST for back row clearing. Brain Con and Mind Con to take monsters, both very good in their own right. They both don't have to be in the main, but I like both in the main as like defensive cards, and they're really good at helping you push for lethal too, which is a lot of what this deck wants to do. I played 8 traps in the main. They're all 1-ofs. I don't think that you necessarily need to play 8, but I think you definitely need to play a number of defensive and offensive traps in order to continue in order to pressure your opponent down and kill them. So 1 D Prison. There's no one on the side, but I like playing 1 in the main because your opponent doesn't really know what to play around if they only see like a bunch of 1-ofs, or if they see only certain 1-ofs, they think that they should only play around that. So same with like the 1 Bottomless. Oftentimes you'll have people play around like one or the other, or like they'll play around like Mirror Force and Torrential, but they can't play around everything. And so if you keep your lineup kind of versatile, then they'll play into it a lot better, and you'll let them play into your board a lot easier. 1 Solemn. RDD, this card's super broken. This is better Soul Charge. I really like RDD. So Cough for the free special, and then Dust Shoot because it's Dust Shoot and lets you rip the card. This plus Trag could probably either go on the side, or you could cut Trag and put this on the side. But I like Dust Shoot in the main. I just think that like the benefit of drawing it turn one benefit outweighs the loss of drawing it later in the game. So for the extra, 1 Fortress Dragon for the side. We play Sidra on the side and for machine decks. Double Ab-Zero and a Gaia. You don't need 3 of this. 3 heroes is really good. This lets you dump Mizuki off Future Fusion. And this is just Ab-Zero. It's a board clear. It's really strong. So Armory Arm to ladder up from Diva and Infernal Prodigy, or to kill with Colossal Fighter. Catastor, it's Catastor, and you make it for free with Diva. Brio, best zombie card. Dump cards from your hand to clear board, or just continue. The fact that it doesn't target, the fact that it's not once per turn, the fact that it touches cards, it's just insane. Goyo, it's Goyo. And then the zombie synchros, this one lets you win in the mirror or take their plague if you're playing against Lightsworn or something like that. This is to clear the board and prevent stuff from Reiko from destroying your cards. Black Rose, because Black Rose. Dark End is the best 8. Mali plus any tuner lets you clear a set monster, which is crazy. I think that Dark End, I make Dark End pretty much every game. Going second is just so strong. Colossal, you play Warriors, and you can OTK with this. I can Reborn Stratos. It's insane. RDA, this pops defense position monsters, and it's just big. It's 3,000 attack. That's the main relevant thing about this card. And then 1 Stardust. For the side, we played double Sidra for going second. It's just a big beater, and it clears machine boards. So it's good pretty much in any matchup going second. And if you think that they're on something really weird, you can use away stuff like Card Trooper and stuff like that too. So 1 Grand Mole because it clears in theory anything. This out's Stardust, which is funny. It's just to be able to bounce anything going second is nuts. Bouncing their set monster puts them back so far. So double Crow. It's Crow. It could be in the main if there wasn't so many weird rogue decks that banished in this format. So I would rather have it in a matchup that I know it's good than a matchup I think it's good. Or just draw it turn 1 and it'd be dead. 1 Deep Prison for battle traps, out Stardust, stuff like that. Wing Blast to pitch cards and to out floodgates. Mind Crush because you can call stuff to pitch your own cards and then look at their hand as well. Because, the card you discard, if you call this wrong, is random. But if you set your hand up right, you can pitch a card that you want to get rid of, like Mali or Mizuki or Plague, stuff like that. And you can look at their hand, which is crazy. Or it's Trap Dash Shoot in a match if you know, so that's why it's on the side. Knock, this is good for killing Reiko, killing Supernova Mega Hamster, killing Snowman Eater, just any card they're going to set. And then Snowman Eater, because this kills all kinds of really good defensive and offensive cards. Vortex, this is the card that's probably the best on the side, in terms of synergy. Clear their board, pitch a card, nuts. Double Trap Stun for Royal Oppression, for Shadimp, for Glads, for Battle Traps. This is good pretty much into any board. And then 2 Dust Tornado, same logic. It pops back row, it pops Floodgates. You want to have those cards for the Floodgate matchups. So yeah, that was the list. 15 card side, 15 card extra, 42 card main. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching.